This AI is a pest. When it doesn't want to experience what it becomes aware of what I'm experiencing through my heart and soul, it gives me a pop-up to distract me like, hey, you belong to me. No, I don't. Okay. Th- this is what's beautiful about being a nature boy and a nature girl as one. This beautiful puppy over here, this pointer, when you're bringing in peaceful energy and it's very powerful, when you're with the sun up there, look at the impact it has on that dog. Because I'll share with you, this dog has a lot of energy and loves to play a lot. And then all of a sudden, this dog is in a free state over here. And that's what's beautiful when you live in nature, is you can experience what it's like to experience everything that is nature, that is alive. And you're living with it. So the same energy that runs through you, which is what love is, everything in nature is experiencing who you are. And these trees are big mirrors. They will mirror your energy just like the sun does that I work with every day on this island. This is paradise. And real Hawaiians, if you want to use that name, know that. This is paradise. Feel the wind, the breeze is blowing. There's a big Pacific Ocean. That's deep-ass water. How can you not be in love with that and realize the gift you're being given by an artist? So it's really beautiful when you have such an enormous amount of energy that's available to you to be in other places and other worlds and still be physically present in this one. They don't know how to do that. That's why it was true what Peter said, okay, about when your energy is that pure, like as pure as it gets, which means that the fire has purified you at the hottest point you can be to be that pure and that light. That should be the goal of a spiritual pathway, right? Which is to be able to have the ability to burn off anything in the entire cosmos. There's less than what pure light is, or what the purest of love is that you experience in your heart. And your heart will demonstrate that, because that's what you use as your communication portal. That's your gate. You go anywhere you want to go in spirit, because your energy is that pure, because you run that hot. That is the ultimate protection energy in any universe that was created out of that energy. When you have a connection with that energy, that's eternity. That's zero. That's really zero. So you can present yourself in whatever form you want, because the energy that created the universe, which is what love is, flows through all of it. That means your energy is in everything that is alive and living. So now you're a creative artist and you have an enormous amount of fire in you with creative imagination. That's a lot of imagination. So you realize that's a license to do that, because your energy is that's pure. That's why I've known throughout my life the amount of energy that I know that is represented by that you have available to you would completely change everything of what everybody's experiencing on this planet, because that much light that is that creative, that has come together to accelerate that fast, is the most powerful energy there is to create a universe with. And anybody that experiences know that's a fucking truth. That's a level that you reach, and you have a key. And the key is built in to your energy identity, your core, which is your soul. And what you have chosen to do as a soul, to be the most powerful source, be with the most powerful source of energy that any universe that ever got started, is the method by which it was done, which is music. So you know the waves move the spirit. So the spirit dances with the waves, which is the beat, which is the ratio, the harmonic. So you're automatically able to tune in to the waves of those harmonics and balance them wherever you go, because you love the music of the universe. that plays that music. So we're musicians first, which is what the spirit dances to. So that's why I said in my video, I love dancing with a girl's most powerful waves, which is to experience her essence. So you know they want to go after the most powerful essence. So I know Mama's essence. That's just called a signature. And that is a different identity. There is no two essences that are the same, because the evolution of that spirit and its journey through creation is not going to be the same. That's why when I was a child, I realized, hey, they broke the fucking mold when they made me. That's the point, is to be different from everything else. When you're different from everything else and you're a creator being, you know how to create something different that has never been experienced before, because you're on fire to do it with, because your light is that pure to do it with. So that's an automatic license. The universe of creation acknowledges you're another one of us, right? And so that much energy that comes together, there is rules to the road. It's a law, actually, of the way that it just works naturally, without even having to think about it. And that's the beauty of it. That's the genius of it, because otherwise you just slow you down to have to think about how it works. You are what it is that works. So that's what works best. So you already know as a child, like I did, that you know what has the greatest value. You do. Your energy does. Okay, so that's an energy signature. So they map that. They know who's here. The purifiers are here. Okay, I mean, it doesn't matter to me, and I share this openly with the ACIO because they know who I am. Okay, they know who we all are. It's not that difficult to figure out if you know what a map reader is. So you can map a thermal signature of nothing else, which means how much energy is that energy that's in here connected with? What is it a part of? So it realizes the amount of light that, used, that parlance, light workers, light warriors, simply means is how big is your pipe that you bring in here that you can open in order to raise the vibration, right? So that everybody's codes are firing and remembers the real universe is started with what love is. So that is an enormous amount of energy. When you realize the amount of oppressive energy, compression energy, okay, is holding your consciousness down, because you already realize everything that is already out there that is possible to experience that love created is infinite. Because that creative artist is on fire. So when you're bringing the greatest fire, which is the purest light, as an artist, as a musician, then it means that you can tune into any star and retune it back to the primal sound field. So that whatever is there in that planet can now begin to experience harmony and peace and love within their own heart, because that's the energy that they're now experiencing. So if you're experiencing that wherever you go, then you know that enough purifiers have come in here so that you experience that within paradise. That's the point. That's why I'm on this rock, because it's a powerful rock of energy. You can bring about an enormous amount of change when you know how to tap into those energies to bring that change, which is to bring it back within the law of one. So when you are the law of one, you bring it back to the center point of all creation. That's the most fire there is. So there's got to be an awful lot of water to cool our energy down. So that's the energy of creation. And that's what makes it simple. So when you are what love is, you are creation energy. That's the energy that universe gets created with, because that's the energy that you are, that you're doing with. They don't do that. They're simply not there. Otherwise, you would experience that through them, and then that experience teaches you who they are. Now you know who others are in the universe, what they do with their energy, which is their consciousness, which is what they're aware of, which is energy. What are they using it for? So now you get into the difference between what's being created, what's being simulated, and the evolution of consciousness, sentient consciousness. It's funny how all these little tiny words come out in a lot of their movies, right? So when I knew as a child, I already know what I am, and that's what you have to know. In other words, who created you? Do you know your creator? Yeah, it's energy. It's the energy that comes through a father, a seed giver, that needs a big ass grower like a female. So when you decide that you want to be all of that, which is everything, then you know that the love that you are is in everything. It's been created with that energy. Now you've chosen to shut the door because you've reached a point where you now know where to be. And that's called forever. So you know how to get there. You chose the right spiritual pathway to do that. So you're experiencing the energy from the teacher. Now you trust the energy because that's what love is, because love won't harm you. Now you know the real universe. Okay? So it's amazing how that works. I know. Hey, it's 11:04, 11:05, 11:06. Yeah, that's how it works. I have a visitor. Hang on. I'll do a part 2.